Hello, my name is Joanna and I'm a board-certified music therapist. I've done several videos on this channel now involving this harp, and in today's video I'll share a little bit more about the harp as a musical instrument. And so with that said, the harp has a very long history of existence and use in different cultures and contexts. While this video will not cover all of that, I hope that in sharing a little bit more about my journey with the harp, you will be inspired to find out more about this instrument, to listen to some harp music, and maybe even want to learn to play the harp or pick up a musical instrument that you've been wanting to learn for a while. And I will say that while I am a board-certified music therapist who plays the harp, this is not a required instrument for music therapists, and in fact there are very many instruments that music therapists play. So let's talk about the harp. This one has 34 strings, and if you look closely, you can see that the strings have different colors. It's maybe if some of you know a piano, you see white and black keys. On the harp, you have red strings, you have dark blue strings, and then these translucent ones. This is how we know where the notes are, where to place our fingers. And you'll see also on my harp that I have levers here. And they're levers because they can be raised and lowered. And these levers change the pitch of the instrument and the string. So if I'm playing with all my levers down, you'll hear. And now if I raise the levers, you'll hear that I made the notes go up a half step. And so this is how we play in even more larger range of pitches and keys. Unlike lever harps, which have levers, pedal harps have pedals at the base of the harp, which we control with our feet. Pedal harps have 7 pedals, and usually these pedals control about 47 strings. Sometimes some models have a few less strings. And if you've been to an orchestral concert before, chances are you've seen a pedal harp there. And so sometimes pedal harps are also called orchestral harps. My first introduction to harp was in 2009 when I was a member of a 16-member harp ensemble at the Anglo-Chinese Junior College in Singapore. And at the time, I was very fortunate to be able to learn as a beginner with music background, and I really enjoyed playing with other people in an ensemble setting, so with other musicians. And since then, I've been able to play with other kinds of musicians, including violinists, cellists, with the flute and other harpists, and also maybe less commonly with a saxophone or guitar. There's so many ways in which harp music can be played and enjoyed, and the harp itself is really special for me because I'm playing smaller models, bigger models. This one was one that I built from pieces that were pre-cut. So while living in Wisconsin during COVID, I was so lucky to be with a family that was up for a DIY project with me. And we purchased a harp kit from Music Makers, which is a store in Stillwater, Minnesota. It was a process of sanding the wood, putting pieces together, waiting for glue to dry, nailing pieces in, making measurements, and just a really great opportunity to learn more about the sound mechanisms behind, where we hear the sound. For example, if you look at the back of a harp, you'll see that they all have these holes, and this is where we have the soundboard of the harp, and we have the neck, we have this pillar, and yeah, just different parts of the harp can do are so important to the instrument. So that's a little bit about this music maker's harp and my process of playing it. And so I hope that this video inspires you in some way to listen to some harp music. There are so many different types that you could find online for free, including more classical pieces to contemporary ones. Most recently, I've been fascinated with the harp that is featured in Benjamin Britten's Ceremony of Carols, and there are many different harpists who have played this, and their videos are available online. There are also many different types of classical harp pieces that you could hear. And if you are a fan of more contemporary genres, there's jazz harp. You can Google it, and one of the names that you might find as the most popular one is Admar Castaneda. I love his music, and I hope that you will too. So hopefully with this video, I've given a preview of what my journey in harp looks like, and I hope that inspires you to get involved too, either by listening, appreciating harp music, or looking out for potential concerts that might be in your area. And if you're not really interested in harp, maybe you would be inspired to learn more about another instrument or even learn an instrument. Thank you so much for joining me.